Hi everybody, it's Laura from McNeely Garden Studios, and I'm coming to you on Tuesday, but not at 10. Had a little problem this morning, couldn't get it done this morning, but I'm here to fulfill my obligation today. So, I'm in Central Georgia, and I just wanted you to know that it is 32 degrees outside and the wind chill, it feels like 25. I know that doesn't sound like much to anybody out there except maybe Florida, but it's a lot for us. We have some snow on the ground, and I just thought it would be, fun to show up in our regalia. And of course I had to have my flower crown too, right? So anyway, I don't have to be ridiculous. It's just kind of hot in the house. But today is the most exciting, it's the third and most exciting tutorial of the series that I've been doing in January to help you get your 2025 on track. So this is the things that I do, and this is the order that I do it. And I've been trying to show everyone how to go through the process and get it done, get yourself in line for success, right? So what we did was we went through a program, went through a process, and we came up with our word for the year. I ended up with 3 word for the year. Who is it? Hey, Miranda, how are you? So first we did our word of the year, and if you're interested in that, you can go back 2 weeks and watch that. And hello Lamar, and you can come up with your word of the year. The next week we did, last week, was our vision board. And I told you all the reasons why that's a good idea. It's not just cutting out magazines and putting it on a board. There's a little process behind it, a little thought process behind it. And the reason that we're focusing on renewal this month is because I was sharing with you what is going on in my membership, my online membership, which is called Art and Answers. And so each month we have a theme that we go through, and we do a piece of artwork, but we also do a personal development exercise that goes along with it. So I just thought I would go back and tell you kind of what we've been doing in the past. So in November, we did a Friendsgiving, and this was the artwork that we did for Friendsgiving, and we had a lot of community, a lot of conversation among the ladies that are in there, and they really had fun doing this maze. So at the end of the year, we're going to bind all these pages together, and you end up having a book. So that was November's. Then December's theme was all about dreaming and taking your time to really map out what you might want. Because if you don't conceive of the idea of being successful in doing a certain thing, you will never map out the way to get there. So if I wanted to go to Texas and I had no idea which direction to go, I would never I might look up and get there, but that doesn't happen very much. So December was all about dreaming and why that's beneficial, not only to your mental health, but to your success too. Everything is not about money, it's about fulfillment. So this was the one we did in December about dreaming. We have a little sleepy moon here, and so that was a lot of fun too. Then this past month in January, we were talking about renewal, which is what I have included you guys in these workshops. And when January is over. These 3 workshops are going to be removed from this page, McNeely Garden Studio page, and will be put in the Art and Answers membership to be accessed by those members anytime they want. So January, we just got finished with this, and we did Panda. And January was about how to be successful, how to be renewed through the view of a panda bear. It had all the things that pandas do are lessons that we can learn from. So that is that. And if you start getting the hint that you would like to be a member of Art and Answers, you can write in the comments there that you're interested. You can write A and A or Art and Answers, whatever you like. But definitely go back the past 2 weeks and watch the touchstone, which was kind of a word of the year. And then we did the vision board. And today we're going to do the most exciting one yet, I think, anyway. And it is called a challenge board. It's sort of my brainchild. I realize now that other people have things like this, but it was something that was born out of a need for myself. And I've done it for several years, 4 years, I think. And it has gotten better every year because I've learned something every year. I've learned something that I needed or that I wanted to refine or I wanted to do more. Hello, Lori. I didn't announce that I was coming, and I'm sorry. But we've been dealing with a lot of things today. So anyway, we went through all the things that we do, the categories that we've been doing in Art and Answers. I went through the workshops that I've done in January. This is the 3rd one, and in my opinion, the most exciting one. And so I'm going to turn the camera down and start kind of showing you what I did. Hey, Angela. So we're going to turn this down. Hold on just a minute. Don't let me make you nauseous. So every year I kind of come up with a theme, and this just happened to be my theme this year, sort of my colors, you know, and my touchstone, my word of the year, ended up this kind of peach rose, and I just used it as a theme in here. And so on my challenge board, I always write my word, whatever word it is that I'm kind of focusing on. And of course I write the year on it because I do keep them from year to year. And just to help you map all this out, I do have a list, and if you want kind of this list, this prompt list of things that you can consider putting on your board, you just let me know. Just write in the comments that you would like this prompt list. I called it the Balance Life Blueprint for your challenge board. But what I suggest is that you set a timer for about 10 minutes. And this has a lot to do with some of the exercise and practice that we were doing with the other things. But sit down with a piece of paper and for about 10 minutes, write down things in detail that you think that you would like to accomplish this year. Just start brainstorming, just start writing any kind of thing that you can think of for that entire 10 minutes. And you will start seeing things show up again over and over, and those are going to end up being some of your suggested categories of things that you're going to put on your challenge board. And once you've decided on some of your categories, that's why if you're doing this for the first time, that's why this prompt list is going to be very helpful, because it's got different categories and different suggestions for the things that you can track, you know, in your categories. So once you've decided on your categories, what I generally do is I start on a board because I know where it's going to go and I know it will fit there because you're going to put it in a prominent place. I use these stencils. I forgot to get them out. But I use stencils that are meant for journaling, and I was going to show them to you, but you know what that is, so no problem. And You can decorate it however you like. You can not even decorate it. You don't have to decorate it. This is just me. You know, I'm an arty person, and this is the kind of things that I like to do. So I take my my Post-it notes, and I have big ones and I have little ones, and I start writing categories on here and then start mapping them out on my board so that I can figure out kind of where I'm going to put things. Some things are going to be like lists. Like I have a place here for my trainings, for the things that the classes that I have completed. And I have a list here where I'm going to write all those things. I also have a list where the books that I'm going to read go here. Some of them are going to be just literally checked off. And if you look at the corners, you have all the months of the year all the way around the border. And to me, this makes it easy because this is like walking every day, doing yoga several times a week, doing, I do something called therapy for life, which is just my own little 15 minutes with myself. And so I check off all the days that I do those things all the way around. And then I start adding all the things in between. So different things that I want to keep track of, like how many people are in my membership, wins. You know, sometimes you have really big things that happen and you want to keep track of that there. Don't forget to rest and recharge. That's a very interesting category there that you need to fill out. I did this year decide to put a category here for highlights because it's each year at the end of the year, I like to go back and kind of figure out what was the highlight of the month and do my year in review. And I thought, I'm going to try this year and see if my year in review can be, you know, fit in this little space. We'll see. But you can, once you decided if you're going to have check mark places or list places, then you can start with your sticky pads and start doing all those kinds of things. I will tell you too that when you finish with this, put it up in a prominent space. Put it somewhere where you're going to see it every day. And if you, I'm going to bring you back up here for a second. And if you start ignoring it, if you put it up and you're not filling it out, then it's become part of the scenery. You need to move it, okay? Put it somewhere that it's noticeable and you think to yourself, oh yeah, I need to put that on there. And this is the number one hack. This is one way to make sure that you get it done. Tie a writing implement to it because you're going to be marking these things off. You know, you don't need to go, if you have to leave and go find a pen, it's probably never going to get on there and you're going to lose track of it, okay? So if you want this prompt sheet, which I call the Balanced Life Blueprint for my challenge board, I'll be happy to send that out to you. Just tell me in the comments and I'll let you know. And if you want to get on the waiting list for Art and Answers, you can do that as well. And Laurie says she likes my scarf. Let me show you. I made this scarf and this hat and this flower crown and this bracelet. But this is so fun because it wraps around and then the little button keeps it right there. And let me tell you, it is snuggy. It's really warm. So I'm not a very accomplished person in crochet, but I've done a few things and it's a really fun thing to do when you're sitting in doctor's offices and hospitals waiting on someone else. So thank you very much. Anyway, so you guys, I hope you go back. Hey, Nilda, I hope you go back and see the touchstone, which was 2 weeks ago on Tuesday, and the vision board workshop that I did. And then today, trying to lay out your challenge board. And at the end of this month, I'm going to remove it from this. Hey, Nilda. I'm going to remove it from this page, and I'm going to put it in my membership so that they have access to that anytime that they want. And but you can still get it. You can still get the prompt list. And if you want to get on the wait list for Art and Answers, let me know. Yeah, it looks like it has little ears. Laurie's asking about the hat because I don't know how to make a circle hat. So I just sewed it together and it ended up like that. So you guys, if you have snow, everybody but maybe Nilda might have it. But if you have snow, get out there and enjoy it. And if you're up north and you're buried in it, try not to resent it too much. And thanks for letting me come on later in the day. I wasn't able to come this morning, and I will see you guys soon. Definitely next Tuesday at 10. This is Laura from McNeely Garden Studios. Stay warm.